This. Hello, my name is Roy Sheneman. I'm with Tier 1 Coaching and Training. I'm coming to you today at the beginning of a 90-day experiment here where we are going to introduce a number of topics that are designed to be practical and to help you advance personally and professionally. Each of the recommendations we have come with a little worksheet that is either directly or perhaps indirectly tied to the topic that we're discussing. For example, with just a couple of clicks here, let me share my screen with you and kind of show you the one for today that we have in today. In today's presentation, we're going to talk about developing a personal biography. Just a short worksheet that's designed to help guide you in what I believe to be one of the most significant expenditures of time and effort, energy that you'll ever have at either the personal or the professional level. And I really hope that at the end of this thing, you'll agree with me with that statement. So the first thing we want to talk about is understand what a personal biography is. This is shorter than a normal resume or a curriculum vitae that you might have. It's designed to, in very short form, encapsulate your career and encapsulate who you are as an individual and what skills and talents you bring to bear in the topic that you're going to be addressing with somebody, whether it be in a workshop situation, perhaps in an interview, or perhaps even in just discussing the future of whatever topic it is that you're going for. Now, this biography is really broken down into 4 sections, and we're going to go into a little deeper at each one. In the first section, we're just going to introduce ourselves. Here's where you introduce yourself. You frame this based on your audience. So you want to make sure that you're writing in the third person. You're telling them not only your name, but you're giving them an idea of when your relevant experience that you're going to be addressing began. And mention areas of expertise that support the topic that you're talking about. For example, if you're addressing a human resource group of managers, you want to make sure that you're talking about how long you've been working in the HR field and what kinds of areas of expertise you have developed over the years that support that. This just helps build your credibility. In the second section, education and credentials. Here we want you to name your degrees and institutions you earned them from. You're also going to list any certifications and memberships that are relevant to your audience. Again, if we were addressing the human resource group, we would talk about our advanced degree. What is the highest degree you've earned? Don't worry if it's not a PhD or a master's degree. Just focus on the degree you have. So if you have a degree in business management from Texas A&M University or University of Notre Dame or whatever university it is, list it, talk about it. Just briefly share that with them. And then any certifications you may have developed professionally and any memberships, just briefly mentioning those as well. In our third section, we're going to talk about our notable achievements. These are any awards you may have won, anything that you, boards perhaps that you might have been appointed to by, say, the governor, or maybe you were on a presidential council, or maybe you founded an organization locally that served a particular need that is relevant again to the audience. Just any notable achievements at all. And finally, in our fourth section, we're going to have a closing statement. This statement is designed to be brief. It is designed to wrap up the topic, which is you, and it's designed to really entice your audience to follow you and to want to hear what you have to say next. Again, everything we do in this particular biography is designed to be tailored to the people that we're addressing. Who is our audience? So if we're talking to HR professionals, we'll tailor it one way. We may take the exact same material and tailor it slightly different if we're going to talk to a group of teachers or educators or leaders in education or some other field. Again, this is designed to be very, very practical and very, very useful. So let's dive just a little bit deeper into each of these topics. In the first topic, we want to talk about, as we said, is introducing ourselves. Here, again, we're going to write in the third person. Think of it as you are introducing yourself as if you were introducing another person. So you would say, Roy Sheneman holds a degree in organizational leadership from Our Lady of the Lake University. And then you kind of go on from there. Tell them your name, what year your relevant work experience or professional experience or personal experience began, and mention the areas of expertise that you have developed. In this section, you really want to just focus on just who you are. For example, let me give just an example myself. If I were talking to a group of human resource managers, as I often do, and I would talk to them, I would have myself introduced by another person, or just putting it on a slide, I would say this. I would say Roy Shenneman holds a doctorate in organizational leadership from Our Lady of the Lake University. He has presented at numerous human resource topics, including leadership development, succession planning, policy development, and implementation at both at the local, state, national, and international levels. Where he began working in human resources nearly 15 years ago, and continues to serve his organization at a number of at the highest level in the C-suite as the general human resource manager. In the second section, education and credentials. Here you want to name your degrees in the institution you earned them from, any certifications or professional memberships you might have. For example, if you, in my case, I'm going to name, I said I had a PhD in organizational leadership from Our Lady of the Lake University. I also have memberships in SHRM, Society of Human Resource Managers. I have presented I pursued a licensed professional, I've previously been a licensed professional counselor, and I have pursued the senior professional and human resource credential. I have lots of education around these areas of expertise. Be careful here. List only the credentials that are relevant to the audience you're addressing, especially if you're going to emphasize them. Now, if you're just going to list them really quickly and you know they don't really relate, but you're trying to just build your basic credentials before the crowd, then yeah, you might do that. But you want to be careful that if you're going to spend any time emphasizing this, that you are being very, very careful to focus only on the things that are directly relevant to your audience. In the third section, we want to talk about notable achievements. Here we talk about any awards we've won, anything that we have, any particular boards you may have been appointed to or invited to join as a result of your expertise. For example, I want to talk about workplaces. I want to talk about leadership positions you've held in your organizations. I want to talk about honors bestowed. Maybe you were named to the governor's council on something or the presidential commission on something, or perhaps you were named to the area or regional board on whatever the topic might be. And it's based on your expertise in this particular field, and it's something that's going to be directly attractive to your crowd and help establish your credentials before them. In the final section, our closing statement. We want to develop this closing statement, which really helps us to identify our audience, any current or upcoming projects that are relevant. So, for example, in my case, I'm currently pursuing advanced credentials in business continuity management through the International Consortium of Organizational Resilience, ICOR. I am also continuing to develop the business continuity aspect of our company, having recently completed a 1.5-year study on how we might continue on as a business in the light of a crisis such as a hurricane or pandemic or even active shooter type situations. All of these kinds of things are relevant to the business world of which I serve, and so it's something that I'm continuing to develop. Again, in the closing statement, we're that would be tightened up in such a way that it would flow and it would encourage people to want to follow me or to at least understand that I have something relevant to share with them. Here's the thing, and as we put all this together, I have a number of questions here for you just to kind of help guide your discussion as you write, as you contemplate your own personal biography. I can't emphasize enough how important this is and how useful this is professionally, personally, and in every setting you might find yourself going into the future. Thank you so much for your time today. I look forward to our next engagement together, and I'm going to push my button here and see you one more time. Again, just want to say thank you so much. Have a great day, And we look forward to talking to you again from Tier 1 Coaching and Training. Thank you.